Welcome to the One NFP Financials and Financials Lite training on the Purchase Journal. Now, when you have expenses for a vendor, you may be entering them with a purchase invoice, and there are reasons when you might do that, and there's a separate training for that document. You can also enter them through the Purchase Journal, and there are some nice benefits to doing that. So let's go ahead and open up the Purchase Journal here in our Roll Center. I have some lines already entered, so you don't have to watch me type. So let's walk through this. If you've watched the General Journal training, some of this will sound familiar because the journals are all very similar, and there's a lot of the same requirements. Posting date and document date are required. They don't have to be the same. They need to be the same within the same document number, but not within the same batch. And they don't have to be the same between each other. Document type, you could have an invoice or you could have a credit memo. I'm entering invoice entries, which means I'm got expenses I need to record. Document number, your debits and credits have to balance within the document. In this case, I've got 3 lines for my document, 2 lines with the expense and the balance entry against the vendor. My account, well, account type, account or vendor. Account number, if you look up, you've got all the same filtering. You can select your account. Dimension speed key is a quick key, saves you some keystrokes. We could allocate these expenses if we chose to. Line allocations is going to be another training, so keep your eye out for that. So we don't have a balance entry here, a balance account, because we're entering the balancing entry on a separate line. That's a multi-line entry. If this was a credit memo, for example, I could apply it against an invoice. I also want to point out here the payment method code. This is the real benefit to using the Purchase Journal. Let me click the lookup here and we can take a look. This is the lookup list. These are our payment method codes. I want to take a look at the details on this. So I'm going to click down here, select from full list, and we're going to see a little more information. These method codes here have a balance account. What this means is when I post through the Purchase Journal, I'm going to not only realize the expense side of this transaction, but the payment as well. Because the software is going to have both the GL account that I'm posting against, the vendor, and the bank account that the payment will come out of. So it'll be a direct flow and a single step to post that transaction. So if we look over here, you'll see I've got credit card and online. So the first transaction is going against my credit card. The second one is going out of my bank account, and I've flagged that I'm doing it with an online bill pay. Okay? So once I post that, it's going to post both sides of the transaction. That's basic overview of the Purchase Journal. Thank you very much, and keep an eye out for more training.